What's going on, y'all? This is a extremely tough video for myself. Just listening to the story made me very emotional. Because in fact I am a father, right? But even if I wasn't a father, I would still feel the same way, regardless, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a human, and I know children are the most innocent human beings walking on this earth, right? But nonetheless, about a week ago, it was a story out of Roseville, Michigan, right? An 18-year-old mother, Taylor Starks, she works, I think, a night shift. So she sought her neighbor out to watch her 23-month-old son, Kyrie, while she's at work, right? And trusted the neighbor to watch her son. One night while she's at work, she gets a call from the babysitter. The babysitter's name is Kamora Hodges, also a young lady. The babysitter tells the mother to come quick, that 23-month-old Kyrie ate a bar of soap and he's having an allergic reaction. And she's telling him he doesn't look good, right? He doesn't look normal. When the mother, Taylor Starks, gets to the house, she sees that her son is having seizures. And she immediately rushes him to the hospital, right? Now, she initially believes the babysitter's story that, Kyrie ate a bar of soap and had an allergic reaction. However, after she takes her son to the hospital, she hears what no parent wants to hear. She basically finds out that her son Kyrie had endured blunt force trauma to the head, and he was bleeding out of his ears to the point where he had to have immediate brain surgery. Immediate, right? And this all happened at midnight on June 13th, right? So today I've heard that the young boy, the baby boy, 23-month-old Kyrie passed away, right? And I'm sitting here I'm listening to this story, and man, it really hurt my heart. That young lady, 18-year-old Taylor Starks, she don't have no mother. Her father don't have no father around to help her. It's just her, right? And you try to make an honest living, try to do things, trying to get some money to take care of you and your child. And you trust somebody to watch your child because it's all you have to turn to, and they go and do the unthinkable to your child. They kill your baby. And I don't even know how that young lady was composed in that interview. I would be delirious. It's every parent worst nightmare, man. You think that somebody's gonna treat your child like they're theirs, and a lot of times some people, they're not good people. They're horrible people, and they won't treat your child like it's their child. And even if they do, sometimes some people treat their children that same way. They're just vile, disgusting people, right? And it turned my stomach so much because, like I told you, I'm a father of two children. I have an 11-year-old and I have a 19-month-old, right? And I just sat here wrecking my mind. I wouldn't know what to do if that was me in that situation. I don't never want to be in that situation. I don't never want anybody else to have to endure something like that. But I was thinking man, that's the reason right now why I watch my son from home while I'm working. For those who don't know, I work from home, so I watch my baby boy at the same time. He doesn't go to a babysitter. He doesn't go to a daycare or anything like that, right? And one reason is because, of course, it's cost effective for me to watch him on my own instead of paying a whole lot of money out of pocket, for a daycare or a babysitter, right? But another thing is that my son is very small. He doesn't really talk, right? He's still a baby. He can't tell me, excuse me, he can't tell me if something's wrong, if somebody's mistreating him, if somebody's harming him. He can't tell me if the energy is off or what somebody is doing to him. He can't tell me any of those things, and I'm petrified of something like this happening to my baby, right? And I remember when my daughter was small, right? She was small, and at first she was getting babysat by, family members that we loved and trusted, of course. So nothing, and they did right by my daughter, right? But eventually she had to go to school, and that was something that, had me nervous. She had to go to daycare, and I'm looking man, we don't know who these people are, these schools. I would just pray about it, and so would her mother, and her mother would pay close attention to detail to her when she came home, just to make sure there's nothing going on, no scratches, no bruises or anything like that, because It's a parent's nightmare, man. You entrusting your child to people you don't know, right? And if they don't have cameras in there 24/7, you don't know what's going on. And I'm like, as a father right now of a toddler, I can't let my non-speaking toddler, 19-month-old toddler, they can't even tell me what's exactly going on. I can't let them go because I don't know. It's vile, despicable people in this world that would do the unthinkable to your child and not even, I mean, I'm talking about not even be restless at night about it. Not care about any of the result of what happened at all. They know what's going on. They will abuse your children. There are people who will abuse your children. I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm not saying that even majority of the people are like that, because it's not. But there are people who would do it, and it's just like, it's a scary thing. And that's why, like, I want my baby boy, you know, here with me, currently at least, and then we'll get him in school eventually. But right now, it makes me nervous. It really does. So I've just have my baby boy in here, letting him play with his toys, feeding him in between. I take breaks from work to feed him, change him, give him a bath after work. And I mean, you know, I just let him play with his toys, turn on some little learning programs for him on TV, things like that. You know, I have him here with me, and I develop a system where I can get my work done, and I can also give him the quality time that he needs, and we can make it balanced. But this is like, man, y'all, like, I promise y'all, I can't imagine how that young lady's feeling. She by herself, and I hope that she gets some type of support. I hope she gets some type of counseling and community support, because she don't have it, man. Now the young lady that did this, the disgusting young lady that did this, Kimora Hodges, was arrested. She, like I said, she admitted to detectives that she had physically abused Kyrie, the child, the 23-month-old child. Now, she was originally charged with first-degree child abuse, which carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. But since the young boy has now died, Macomb County Prosecutor's Office enhanced that charge to felony murder, as they should have. She's now being charged with felony murder for murdering this sweet baby boy, man. And man, it's just that's a real traumatizing thing, y'all. I promise y'all, it's just something that really scares me about letting your little ones go off and be without you, because you just don't know what's in people's mind and what's in their heart. It's some real cruel, menacing, despicable people in this world who are really evil. And man, y'all, I promise y'all, I saw this story, and I'm looking at my baby boy like, man, this is crazy. Like, this is something, man. And even reflecting on my daughter, when she went to school, by the time she was talking and everything like that, and we would tell her, somebody ever does something to you, hits you physically, something like that, touches you inappropriately, you tell us, no matter what a person says. No matter what a person says, they're going to do this, that, and the third. They're not going to do nothing to your mother and father. You tell us immediately, you know, and you got to instill that in your children so they can remember that. But at this point, this is a 23-month-old baby. He not talking to know what's going on in him. He can't relate to his mother what's happening. And y'all, like, I promise you, this is heartbreaking. It broke my heart for real, man. I don't know, man. My condolences and prayers are with Taylor Starks, the mother of Kyrie, and I don't know, man. I'm just praying for her sanity, praying for her to be, you know, spiritually uplifted as best as possible, and for her to be embraced. Cause I don't know, like, man. It's like how do you even recover from something like this, you know? When my brother was killed when he was 19 years old, you know, my family, we didn't know what to do for real. We just prayed, and it took a long time. It still hurts to this day. And, you know, he was 19. Like, just imagine a little baby, like, baby didn't even have a chance, didn't even live on this earth. And it's like, man, that's a pain that'll just, man, oh man, that's crazy. But nonetheless, I'm glad Kimora Hodges is locked up, and she is now being charged with felony murder, and that she now will have to deal with the consequences of her actions to a little innocent baby, man. Man, it's just despicable, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.